What's going on, guys? It's gbpbaby. Welcome to another trade execution video. I have already traded today. However, I've just got home, so I thought I'd get in on the afternoon session. I'm anticipating price to trade up into this 4-hour fair value gap. I'll show you some more context in a second. But yeah, we're just watching this trade. I've already entered. I entered on this candle here, on the down candle, because this is a breaker. We've got a low, high, lower, low, and then we broken higher. And I'm bullish right now because I'm expecting these relatively equal highs to get swept and for us to run up into this 4-hour fair value gap. So I entered as price came back into this breaker, and you can see we're just consolidating in there right now as well. So yeah, I'll just show you some more context of what's actually going on. We'll make that orange, and actually we'll make the whole box orange, and I'll get rid of this because technically this is all a breaker. So yeah, let's what am I going to do? Let's show you some more context of what's going on. So we'll go to the 4-hour. So you'll see that we have already traded aggressively higher. I did get in on this move. I'll explain that in another video. But we traded up into this order block. I'm anticipating us to trade into this fair value gap resting here, this 4-hour, and then there's a bigger daily fair value gap resting just above it. So that's where I'm anticipating price to want to trade to. Also, if we add dollar, we can see that dollar has traded aggressively lower. Dollar's taken out lows, which pound hasn't taken out yet. And also euro, I'll just show you now. Euro's taken out highs, which pound hasn't taken out yet, and I'll just show you what I mean by that. So dollar's taken out that low, that swing low there. Euro's taken out that high, but pound hasn't yet taken out that high, which is why I'm anticipating an expansion on pound because it's going to need to catch up. So we're just going to jump back to the minute, and we're just going to watch price. Also, this black line here is delineating a 4-hour, no, a daily order block, I believe. We'll just double check now. Yeah, so this is a bearish order block. I'll just make that more clear. So we got a daily order block there. And yeah, I want to see if we can reach into this range and reach that order block open. But I would like to see expansion, preferably, you know. So we'll drop down to the minute and we'll just let price do its thing. Also, there is a macro starting. Is that the macro starting now? The macro is at 11:50 to 12:10, and then 1:10. So we haven't even reached the macro yet. But this kind of expansion is what I like to see. So we're just going to continue watching price action, and I'm going to try to get some lo-fi tunes on for us. There we go. We should have some lo-fi tunes playing now, which is always good to have. So get back to trading view. Hopefully it's not too laggy. But yeah, like I said, I want to see these relative equal highs get taken and then us to expand higher. Also, in terms of targeting, we do have a low. I think we do have a breaker here. Low, high, low, low, and then we broke higher here. So we can cast this up to target to get targets, and you can see this lines up with the 4-hour fair value gap, which is nice to see. But to be honest, we do need to, let's have a look, see if we can find a specific imbalance. Well, there's this imbalance up here. We have all these highs up here. So I want to see if price can just push up into that. But yeah, our breaker would be from this high to this low. And then we have our relative equal highs here and here, and a fair value gap there. So let's mark out the relative equal highs for buy side liquidity. I'll put it in the middle, and we'll put it on the right, and then I'll make it thicker as well. And we'll see if we can reach up into that. And you see how that lines up with the 1. My stop loss, by the way, guys, is underneath this swing low here, which is just outside the breaker. Low, high, low, low break. And I'll put the swing high here because we've already traded into this order block, meaning that anything below here is now defended. As in, I don't anticipate price to want to come down here. But yeah, let's just watch price. So I'm going to quickly add on Dixie because I do want to see what Dixie's doing right now. And you can see Dixie's, clearly made lower lows. And we'll add on Euro. So you'll see here, Euro's made a higher high, Dixie's made a lower low, and then pound hasn't actually done that yet. Which is why I'm anticipating pound to want to, catch up. Into this. So once we take out these relative equal highs, I will take off half of my position because partials are important, guys. And on Dixie, I do believe there are some lows. There is some sell side liquidity I want to see us trade into, I think. Let me have a look. So in terms of targeting for sell side, on Dixie, we have this fair value gap, which we're just trading in now. And then we also have this order block. But let's drop down to the 1 hour, see if we can find any fair value gaps. There's one small one here. But yeah, I want to see if we can break this low. Once we break that low, then I'll be comfortable. But you can see we're just kind of consolidating right now. So we'll see if we can push any lower. yeah, it's interesting. So you can see we traded through this low on Dixie, which is nice to see. It's likely going to run into this south side as well. I'm just trying to figure out though what target on Dixie is it reaching for. There is a massive fair value gap down here, so it might be wanting to try trade to that, but I don't know if it's going to do that today. I'd be very surprised if it did. And there's obviously this swing low here, south side on Dixie, so you know there are targets, but so I can move my stop up now to break even because we've taken out this high, so I can now move my stop up. Where I'll move my stop to, it was down here, I could move it to this low here, or even this low here. Let's move it to this low here, which is, let's give it these, get a better look. So look how this fair value gap's been traded through, downside, upside. So now I don't expect price to come back below here. But we will see. It would have been perfect for me to have entered on this candle, but I actually entered on this candle, which isn't ideal. But this order block now, so this is what I'm looking at. So I want to see how we treat this. Mean threshold, I want that to stay respected, which is why my stop loss is just at the bottom of this. I don't want to see it trade back through. see how we've moved from this low to this low, and here we haven't. That's why I'm anticipating a nice expansion. How long have we gone? 15 minutes. I'll likely probably speed some of this up. Once we take out this high, I can then move my stop from here to here, which is about break even, or just above break even even. But it'd be nice to see if these highs can get ran. This is some heavy consolidation, guys. I guess this is why you're supposed to be trading in the macros and not necessarily just, you know, in a whim, but it is what it is. The reason I have this box is because, like I said, I'm willing for price to still dip into this, but I want to see it take out this buy side liquidity, where I then take off half my stop. Once it takes out these highs here, I'd take off half my stop and I'd move my stop loss to this swing low here. What time is it? So we're coming up to 1 o'clock. And there is a macro from 110, so I can imagine there might be a run soon. To be honest, it'll be interesting to see if it expands during the macro. I'm gonna quickly mark out the actual macro, which is, let me just double check, 110 until 140. That's the next one. So it'll be from here, 110. Let's make it orange, and we'll make it 4 to 140. So we can anticipate some kind of run in this time frame here. So we'll keep our eyes out. But you can see how it's just, sloppily getting its way to that buy side liquidity. But I can imagine once it goes above it, an entry might be available. But we'll see. So I'm just waiting for it to tap it now. And I'll take off half my position. Just waiting. This is the long part. So now I can move my stop to this low, but I'm gonna move it to this. Sorry, I'm gonna move my stop to here. Once it takes out this high, I can move it to, yeah, I think here should be alright. So now half my position's closed. Now I'm just gonna let it run, see if it can run into that target as I explained. And yeah, as we keep making more highs, I'll keep moving my stop. My stop loss is currently here. Let's look at a higher time frame, make sure we're not likely to come back down here. But yeah, it's just a waiting game now. So the macro has just started. Again, although we've taken out this buy side liquidity, I would like to see us sweep through it properly. So we're just going to see. And remember, I am allowing price to come and dip back into this order block, which I do anticipate might happen, but we can only wait. So yeah, we'll see. The only thing that's throwing me off currently, to be honest, is me not fully being aware of what dollar is trading down into. Because remember, we are in a fair value gap right now. So in terms of what dollar could be reaching for, well, I am going to mark out this bullish. Well, we've already traded to that actually. So yeah, figuring out what dollar's actually trading to is what's throwing me off my trade right now, in terms of making me a little bit like, should I be staying in my position? But I did just see a 2 hour fair value gap. Low, high, low, low. So this is all a breaker. Order block here. Little fair value gap down there. And we have this inversion fair value gap here. Let me just make that 50%. So we might want to dip down into that. I think it's likely we're going to want to trade into that. Why? So we have this. We have a breaker here, a low, a high, a low, low, and then we break higher. And we have a fair value gap, which is an inversion fair value gap, because we traded on the downside, and now we're going to trade on. We're now trade on the upside. So this should act as support. We have a little swing low here as well. So let's just see how price treats this. Yeah, it really is just a. It really is just a waiting game. Middle, we'll make it right, and we'll trim that to GBP. You see GBP is pushing up those highs. Is it pushed through? Yep, yep. It's nice to see. And now I want to see if we can run up to that buy side liquidity. Let's see what Euro's doing. Euro's got this buy. This is Euro's buy side liquidity. This is Dixie's actually got a swing low here. So let's mark that out. South side liquidity here. And then we also have that little swing low and this inversion fair value gap. So you can see my charts are a bit messy right now, but what I'm looking for is for I just want to see us break out of this fair value gap. Remember, this is the 4 hour fair value gap. The green box is the 4 hour fair value gap, and I want to see if we can break out of that. That'll make me way more confident in my trade. But yeah, it's nice to see these relatively equal highs get traded to. Now I just want to see movement. You can see we have an order block, we have a fair value gap, price come back into this. This could be an entry. I'm not going to enter again though, because I've already entered down here. But yeah, let's see if we can see some expansion. I want to see it go boom. I have actually got some food in the oven, so I'm going to go grab that real quick. So it's nice to see, you know, that kind of expansion higher. Let's look at dollar real quick. You see how dollar's still a little bit, you know, it's a bit nervous moving lower, but I want to see it take out these lows. And remember, we have this is sell side, this is sell side, and this is an inversion fair value gap in general. So let's just see if we can run down into all that. See what Euro's doing. Euro should be moving pretty nicely towards its swing high. Not swing high, sorry, buy side liquidity. This is Euro's buy side liquidity. But like I said, because pound hadn't made the highs which Euro had at the same time, pound has more catching up to do, which is why I'm here trading pound right now instead of Euro. So yeah, if we do manage to reach up into the 4 hour fair value gap, I'm probably going to take off another half of my position at this level here, because this is the, let me show you the levels here. So once we get to the 0.5 level, I'll probably take off another half, and then I'd let it get into here, take off another half, and then let the rest run on into the buy side liquidity, see if we can reach into that. But yeah, price is moving pretty nicely. I just want to see it expand above all these highs. We have a swing high here as well, and then here, and then obviously up there. But I am wondering if it is actually going to get into it, but it should do. So I'm actually, that's what I need to do. I need to move my stop. Let's move my stop loss. Where can I move it to now? Well, I can move it to this low because we trade into this fair value gap. I don't anticipate price to come back into it now. So the low of this, which is 1.27835. And I'm currently trading on, I use MetaTrader, and I've just got a demo account on there, so I'm trading a £10,000 demo account currently. But yeah, man, it's all good. You can see we're pulling back into this fair value gap, and we got a breaker here. Low, high, low, low, and we break higher. But you know what I am going to mark out? I am going to mark out that swing high I was talking about earlier. This one on the 15 minute. Is it the 15 minute? Let's check the 5 minute first. So this swing high here, I am going to mark out. But again, this 0.5 level preferably is where I'd like to take my stops off. I'm just waiting for, I want dollar to aggressively run lower, to be honest. But you can see we do have a breaking market structure on dollar. Dollar's not, you can see here below the swing low, we close below it now. So now I'm anticipating us to run down into this swing low and this south side liquidity here. Whilst pound runs higher. And yeah, when you know what to anticipate in price, honestly, trading becomes so much more relaxing, so to speak. Like, I'm not really fearing anything. Obviously, you know, it could turn around on me and go the other direction anytime, right? Or a world event could happen right now and it'll just mess up the markets. That's the risk that you have to take into account, which is why I'm here moving my stop, which is why I'm here only using 0.5% risk. Like, these things are still potential, you know, barriers that prevent this from being, you know, such a sweet, easy thing to do. But we live and we learn. Once we take out this swing high, I can then move my stuff up again, but we'll see. because I'm still allowing price to want to dip into this. I might still want to grab stops from there, so I can allow for that. We have been recording for 47 minutes. I'm going to have to edit this video, probably speed it up to the macro. And to be honest, I do have to go somewhere myself in a bit. So I'm probably going to, like I said, I'll take off 50% and then take off another half, and then I'll leave the rest to run and see if we can get into that higher buy side liquidity. But with it being Friday, honestly, I'm not really sure. Let's look at the daily range. You'll see, yeah. That buy side liquidity, I don't think we're going to be able to trade to it today. This order block, because this is a daily order block, we might reach that. But I am looking at consequent encroachment off this, to be honest. So let me mark out consequent encroachment off this, which is just above that swing high anyway. This daily wick. And just so that I'm exact, because you know me, I want to be exact with my numbers. It's 27917, 27917, and then we'll drop down to the 5 minute and see if we can reach that consequent encroachment. Oh. So yeah, just above that swing high really. This is consequent encroachment off that daily wick, which is basically 50%. So realistically, I'm probably going to take my position off above these highs. Let's see what dollar's doing. So I can move my stop up again to this low now. Why? We're taking out this high. So the low of that is 1.27863. Ooh. Let's see what happens here. I might get stopped out in profit, but we'll see. A little run on stops potentially. But to be honest, we probably will, because dollar still hasn't reached for that low yet. So yeah, that's me closed out. So I did get my stop loss taken, but it was in profit, so I'm not complaining. Running back into this fair value gap. Or is this a reversal? Low, high. This is looking very aggressive. To be honest, probably better I got taken out. I wonder if we'll see how price continues. But yeah, that's pretty much the end, guys. I haven't really got much more to say. I'm going to see what price does later, and I'll take a screenshot. So yeah, that's everything, guys. I'll make sure to put a screenshot of what price does after, just to see. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.